Daytime with Aston Avery, and joining Stephen and I right now is the Queen of Horror, Dances with Vampires, and is up for a pile of awards. And she was recently at AGT, otherwise known as Autumn's Got Talent. It is Samantha Lee Howe who joins us. Hello, Samantha.
Hi. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Samantha.
Hi, Aston.
Oh, congratulations. Oh, my God.
Thank you.
I mean, talk about taking the world by storm. Is there anywhere you're not at the moment?
Oh, no, there's a lot going on. There's still more to come, I'm sure, as well.
So we'll get to that in a minute. But I've got to ask you, and I must ask Askin as well, do you believe in ghosts?
I do actually. I had a few ghostly experiences when I was a child. I could put it down to maybe I fell asleep and dreamt it, but I'm pretty sure that I've seen things, when I was younger, especially when I was younger. When you were a bit more receptive when you're younger as well, aren't you? What about you? Do you believe in them?
Absolutely. I think I'm not too sure they're not little bits of time trapped, like a photograph. So it's trapped and it's there. But we're definitely the place I live in at the moment has definitely had a ghost. And the one I lived in, I actually saw the ghost, and my partner saw the ghost sitting in a chair.
Oh wow!
Nice ghost. It wasn't. People think they're like scary. Sometimes they're really just there to look after you, or they could just say they're just moments of time that have been stuck. And I think that's more. What are you, Aston? Do you believe in ghosts?
I do, but I've not seen one. That's the absolute fact, really, because I actually watch horror films as well on the quiet, where I can, of course.
Yeah. Do you like all the horror films? Yeah, I love those.
Yeah.
Oh, I love horror films as well.
Who doesn't love horror films? But do you think, Samantha, that it is females that find vampires romantic? But I do say men do as well, especially when it's got vampiresses.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think they can be very, very attractive to both sexes, actually. Yeah, but I think women do like the idea of the romantic vampire, especially in present times. I mean, some of the characters we've seen, like the Vampire Diaries, the originals, they've been very high functioning and actually on a romantic scale, quite a lot with mortals. So yeah, I think you could find them. I think the idea of immortality is very attractive.
Yeah, for a lot of people. I mean, I have to say my favourite book is Interview with a Vampire. And
I love that.
And I was horrified. I love Brad Pitt in it, but I was horrified at the casting of Tom Cruise.
Were you?
And what did you think of him?
I actually really I thought the Interview with the Vampire was incredibly close to the book. And I think that all comes down to the fact that Anne had actually done the screenplay herself. So I think that was, all credit to her. I think people were a bit outraged about Tom Cruise, but you know what? I think he carried Lestat really well. I know he's not 6'2" like Lestat's supposed to be, but I thought I believed him. I thought he was good. I didn't like Queen of the Damned, actually, which was the sequel to it.
I didn't like Queen of the Damned either. I think it was a little bit of like a B movie compared to. I think I was expecting quite a lot going into it. But listen, we must get round to. I know you were talking about screenplays there. You wrote the screenplay to A Stranger in Our Bed during lockdown in record time, and you know what? You probably weren't, as always, because you're such a humble person. You weren't expecting much. You're up for a ton of awards. Tell us about them.
I know, I can't believe it. I mean, it's doing the film circuits at the moment for the screenplay, not the movie. This is the screenplay. So it's been submitted at the moment to about 25 festivals. And out of those that have come forward, we've only had one where we've been not selected. So it's at the moment, its status is semi-finals for Washington, Milan, and Chicago. And we've been selected for Budapest and Prague. And the other award I won for I was invited to put in one of my books for the Script Awards, and I thought, and it said you could put an unpublished book in as well. So I thought, well, I've got this lovely book I'm very proud of, and I put it in at the last minute and thought, oh, it won't win, but let's see what they think of it. It hasn't been published yet, and it won. So I was like a bit.
So I bet they're running to publish it now, aren't they?
Fingers crossed,
It must be a big shock for you, because let's face it, a couple of years ago, you're not struggling, but you were there, and now you're at the National Film Awards in the glitter and glamour. What does it feel like? Do you think you're frightened you're going to get carried away, or how does it feel?
I think actually no, I don't think I'll get carried away. I think I'm at an age where I'm pretty grounded. It's wonderful though. These things are absolutely wonderful, and I really get a lot of joy out of them. But they're never going to change who I am, to be honest. I think I'm still going to be, even if I suddenly started to make lots and lots of money, I would still be looking then to pay back somewhere, doing some charity work or something, because I just think life's too short and to become sort of an obnoxious person. I just wouldn't want to be that, and I wouldn't want to be.
Absolutely. But listen, you were doing a Princess Diana. You were dancing with Wayne Sleep.
Oh, he's so adorable, isn't he? Oh, wow, what a lovely guy. I just couldn't believe it.
Samantha, how do you sit down and come up with an idea for a booklet, even if it's for a new one?
Usually it starts with a germination of an idea that'll start floating through my brain for a few weeks, and then all of a sudden I will get the opening line of a book, and then I know where it's going, and then I usually know the start, a rough idea of the middle and the end, and then I don't know where it's going to go on the way. And the writing journey is the fun bit for me, because it's always a surprise for me as well, where it ends up and where it goes and what twists and turns happen. So, but ideas, they're just coming all the time at me. I dream sometimes some funny ideas. I've written down full synopses from dreams I've had.
Yeah.
A couple of my books I've started as a dream, and they've become novels. So especially horror ones, not so much the thrillers, but the horror ones, I start having sort of really, really weird dreams when I'm writing horror, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, talking of horror, what would your favorite horror movie be to watch over Halloween?
Oh, for Halloween, there's one I like that you might not know about. It's called Trick or Treat. And it's an anthology film where it's got different stories which all intersect in each other, and it's about people going out doing trick-or-treating in America, and then there's all these killers around and werewolves, and there's all sorts of things, and it's a really fun movie. So it is one of mine that I really, really like.
It doesn't sound like a fun movie.
Oh, it is fun because horror is fun. Horror is fun. I mean, it's horrible, but it's fun.
Well, Aston, what's your favourite horror movie?
Now that's putting me on the spot here. So, I've seen a few. I've seen it. I've seen The Shining. I've seen Friday the 13th also, and other horror films. Scream as well. Funny enough, is another one.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. My favourite horror film is Angel Heart, which is really frightening.
Oh, right. I don't think I've seen that.
Robert De Niro, and I won't ruin it for you if you get hold of it.
Oh,
and,
wow.
Jacqueline Bisset, I think, is in it. And it's just terrifying.
I'm going to have to watch that
realize
now.
what it's about. It's a clever horror film. But Friday the 13th, I ended up punching someone in the stomach by accident because I jumped up.
Oh, no.
When the knife came through. It's one of my earliest horror films.
Oh.
So, anything frighten you in real life there, Samantha?
Yes, there's lots of things that frighten me. I used to not like watching zombie movies, but since I wrote some zombie stuff, I kind of exercise that demon. I don't like heights, and I don't like in confined spaces. So I'm probably going to have to write some horror around those so that I can exercise that out of me as well. What about you, Aston? Is there anything that has frightened you in real life?
Damn, that's probably not a lot, really. What about you, Stephen? Because you seem quiet.
I think vegan food frightens you, Aston. Heights really frighten me. I just overdid the rat one a bit because I went to the zoo, Nicky's zoo, and they introduced me to a rat called Miss Little Mouse, which has sadly passed away. And it really helped overcome my fear because now I used to wake up worrying about them, and now I don't. I think it comes from childhood trauma. With my mother was always terrified of mice and things like that. So I think we throw on to people what we have. So I was always frightened of things like that. And heights definitely frighten me. I really do not like going any higher than my chair.
I used to be scared of spiders, but in my teaching years, I'd have students screaming and running around if they saw a spider, and so I had to, like pull up my big girl pants and go and sort the spiders out myself, so that to protect the students.
And do you wear those big girl pants when you have your spray tan?
No, definitely not.
Anyway, you had a great time at Autism's Got Talent, and it was fantastic that you presented. Were you very moved by the evening?
Oh, it was absolutely incredible. Oh, there's just so much talent there. It was, I felt myself tearing up so many times and cheering them on as well, just cheering at the sheer incredibleness of the whole evening and the talent itself that was on display. It was amazing.
And the other great thing is you were also this year a judge for the Autism Hero Awards, which is going to be, Aston, what's the date?
25th of November is the Hero Awards.
25th of November, and you're going to be there for everybody. And what was it like judging?
Well, again, very, very moving. Everybody deserves to win. And that's one of the things I find hardest when you have to judge something like that, is because everybody in it deserved it. And you have to narrow it down. And all you can do is just choose which one you just think just that little bit more needed it or deserved it. But they all did. And that is incredibly difficult. But it was great. It was a wonderful experience.
Oh no, we can't wait to see you as well. I understand you'll be giving a couple of books away to charity, signed books.
Yes, certainly will.
It'd be great. So we can't wait to see you.
So that being said, Samantha, quick question, and it can be a short answer, this one. You doing anything for Halloween?
No, I don't think so.
You've got to be joking.
No, I don't think we're doing anything. I'll probably need a rest by then because I'll have been running around all over the place. I will definitely need a rest, I think. Halloween night. Watching scary movies.
As they say at Halloween, there's no rest for the wicked.
This is true.
Hang on, wasn't that Wizard of Oz, really, Stephen?
What's that?
Oh, here's Sky. She's come to intervene.
As the Wizard of Oz, yeah, I know. I will say to some of my friends, a house will land on you soon if you don't behave.
See, this is my little familiar.
Oh my God, that's perfect.
This is Sky.
Oh,
hello, Sky.
Hi, Sky.
Hello.
Listen, what you're working on now before you dash off? Tell us what you're working on now.
I am actually working on a horror novel at the moment. It's in the universe of my Vampire Gene series, and it will be under Sam Stone, that pen name, because that's what the rest of the series is under, and it's called Midnight Masquerade.
Oh, terrific! That sounds. Is Aston in the book?
Oh no, not yet, but he could be.
Will he be killed off? Let me know.
Well, would you like that, Aston?
Damn, he's trying to kill me off without no answer, really.
Your mother would never speak to me again if I killed you off.
If it's acting, I wouldn't mind. But if it's real life, then no.
Oh.
So, Samantha, we'd love to have you back on, especially within the new year, of course, there. But how can our listeners find out about you?
Oh, thank you, Aston. You can go to my website, which is samanthaleehowe.co.uk. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Threads, and I'm on Instagram. Also, Blue Sky and Mastodon as well for my sins, and Instagram, of course. I did say Instagram once, I think. Yeah.
Oh, darling,
or Samantha Lee Howe.
As always, and we hope you continue winning awards, and we'll have you on in the new year, when you can tell us a bit more of your awards you're going to be getting.
Fingers crossed. Oh, thank you, guys. So great to see you and speak to you as usual.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks for having me.